it is that time. It's that time again. Time to get back into Final Fantasy 16. It's been a day. I did do some side quests. I do have to show this. I gotta admit to it. I gotta cop to it. For anybody that wanted to see me do it, I do apologize. I played a little bit yesterday. I had a little window where I got to play. I didn't really want to stream it, so I did 2 side quests, and I did complete the hunt board, including finding this guy and defeating him. You didn't miss much. I did die on my first attempt, and we got him. It was fine. You know, you'll just have to take my word for it. He wasn't that bad. He just hit really hard was the big thing. Hyperion 00013, thank you so much for the sub. Really appreciate it. Let's get underway. We got all the side business done. So we get to just go talk to Mid and keep going. That's what we get to do. Let's do it. She wants us to help build an engine. We've got like 3 things we gotta build. I think we're in progress on one of them.
Don't come up with something soon.
You'll be pleased to hear that Blackthorn's started work on the plating.
Excellent. 1 down, 2 to go.
So, what's next?
The helm, of course. For this, we'll be repurposing fallen scrap.
Salvage from the ruins? I thought that material was all but impossible to work.
Ah, but we don't have to.
I'm sorry.
Just so happens there's one particular ruin that's broken into exactly the right shape and size pieces for what we need.
Convenient.
What's the name back there? I'll give you all the details.
What's her name? Right.
Alright, what's her name? What do I gotta do?
Oh, Sid, is this about the helm?
Yes. Mid said I should speak with you.
I'll show you the plans then. Here you see the mithril engine, in which mithril is burned to generate heat. That heat is then harnessed to produce motive force. Excess heat is dealt with by means of the thermal displacement stack, which disperses it into the surrounding air. Now, were we
Misadventures
to rely
in
on
store,
thermal
thank you
plating
for
alone to
the
achieve this
sub.
effect, the
I
rate of
appreciate you
excess
funneling
heat buildup
money
would
into our
far
household.
exceed the displacement coefficient of the plating. In other words, the reactor would overheat and eventually explode. This is where the helm comes in. It connects to the plating, you see, and serves as a sort of thermal sink to absorb all that excess energy. Our experiments have shown that fallen ceramics are remarkably thermophilic. They can withstand and absorb levels of heat far.
This
above
lady
anything
is
we are
so
able to make
excited,
today.
and Clive
not only that,
is not.
They're also waterproof and immune to rust, making them the perfect material for our protective hood. Why? If sea or rainwater were to enter the reactor proper, it would vaporize instantly. The forces produced would tear the ship from stern to...
You can stop there. I understand.
Cornine, thank you for the
Mid
bits.
said we might be able to use parts of a fallen ruin.
Oh, we're in a hype
Where will I
train.
find
Look at
it?
that. What a way to start.
Ah, yes. It's in Lord.
You're as hyped as this lady is talking about helms and thermal thingamajiggers.
Probably should have arranged to have the pieces we need brought here sooner. You see, a certain unwanted visitor has taken up residence there. It's no longer a matter of just walking in and taking them. It's, going to be considerably more dangerous than that.
Is this what it looks like when I
see.
talk to you about my stuff? I don't know.
I
Did your
suppose I'd better
eyes
deal with
dully
this unwanted
glaze
visitor
over
for
and
you.
you started thinking about
Well.
other things?
Oh, very much.
Nightwing 4205,
I'll gather
thank
my
you for the
team,
gifted
head there
sub.
right away.
Grats to
We'll meet you
Midwest
outside the
Mint.
ruins.
Letting off steam 2. Alright, let's do it. Let's go. Go, Clive, or else she's gonna talk to us again. I don't know why we're running. We gotta just world map it. Lost Wing. All this stuff looks like it should be really big.
Storehouse in the bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
going on here? Okay, we should probably pull up a map and figure out how to actually get where we're going. Alright, map. To the left, to the right, and over that way. Star Fury Zeta, thank you for the biddies.
If you're ready,
Rusty Nails, hello,
watch.
welcome. Make for Lawbert's Pass. I will use my chocobo as soon as I can. But a chocobo cannot ride within this gate. It would be too hard.
Good girl. Fly, Ambrosia.
Alright, we chocoboing. Let's keep chocoboing. Who cares about spiders? We're a chocobo. Chocobos have nothing to fear from spiders, for spiders are slow. Same goes for plants. Oh, we're near our quest destination. Are those plants still after us? Yeah, it certainly seems that way. No, they changed their mind. One got bit by the dog and was like, I'm out of here. I didn't know they brought a dog. Alright. Oh, you got here quicker than me.
There you are, Sid. Thanks so much for coming. The, ruins are just over there, as is the creature I told you about, I'd imagine. Would you mind?
Of course. I'll be right back.
Shan't be a problem, my dear. Shan't be a problem. The item disappeared because of the cutscene.
Anybody home?
Oh. Oh, it's one of these things.
This must be our unwanted visitor. Time to
Cornine! 5 gifted subs, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Now, count me with that. Can't pretend he did.
go. Too slow.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Okay, we got out. I hit a weird wall. That was not good. That almost went real bad. That was an instant kill move.
Nice try. This one. Nice try.
There it is. Grats to D-Man, Ale, Double MCA, Vanderlyle, and Mayor McCheese Also, thank you again to Coronine for the gifted subs. Hype train,
The things I
going
do
strong.
for you, Mid.
Sid! Oh, thank goodness you're safe.
You shouldn't have any trouble now.
Indeed. Well, don't let us keep you. We'll, see that everything is transported safely back to the hideaway.
All right. I'll let Mid know you're on your way.
Alright, that was easy. No big deal at all. Alright, back to the hideaway. Man, part 2 went a lot quicker than part 1. Let's see what part 3 holds.
Might need some help.
Happy to support Team Core and the fun stuff you do. We really appreciate it. I saw your comment earlier about Frog Wrestling too. It's super fun. I love doing it.
Mid.
Was working on Frog Wrestling stuff all late last night and this morning. It's good,
She'll be
good
along
fun.
shortly.
Excellent. Another job well done.
Yep, knocking them out.
Just one remaining.
Right. Right, the shielding. This one's a bit of a bugger.
How so?
The plating's enough to stop the engines going pop, but those things will still be spitting out enough fire to set the rest of the ship ablaze. Which is why you need proper shielding. A prison for the dragon's breath that's blazing away inside. I thought a triple thick layer of tempered steel might do it. Or more of the stuff that the Fallen use, but they'd both be too heavy. The helm and the plating are bulky enough as it is. Add any more weight and the whole ship would be at the bottom of the briny before we'd even started. I need something light. But I've racked my brains and I just can't think what to do it.
Well, if I were in need of obscure knowledge, I know whose counsel I would seek. Harpocrates.
Tomes? Yeah, well, I'd thought of that, obviously. I've got all the details written down here. Can you take this to him, see what he makes of it?
Right away.
Alright, we don't know what we need yet. So step 1 is figuring out what we need. Step 2, acquire it. Step 3, profit. We got a full plan here.
We're seeing troops amassing at every border.
Alright, let's go here. Let's talk to our resident loreman.
Thanks to Sid.
I did get a new orchestration. Let's see what it is. Good? It's a little sad sounding. Yeah, we'll leave
The
it for...
nobleman who visited. Was that?
So here's the funny thing about that. If you try and chat to a VOD, it will actually do it, and I get a notice about it.
Could you take a look at this?
I get a note that I think it posts a note for the person who did the stream. I've seen it happen before. I think it's actually really cool because I've done it too.
Shielding for
Oh, they stopped it?
engine.
I knew it used to do it, because I used to get notices about it, but I hadn't gotten one in a long time.
What are these notes
So,
around the
okay,
edges?
I guess they don't do that
She has
anymore.
some
That's a
specific
shame. I used to like
requirements for
getting those
materials.
notices, because
The shielding needs to be able to resist
I used to
extreme heat
think
on the
it was
inside.
neat to
We
know
had to
that
make
people were
cool
going
enough on
back
the
and wanting
outside
to
not set
engage
the
like
ship
that.
alight, while also being light enough not to sink it. As you can imagine, she's struggling to find anything that meets her needs.
I see.
I wondered if you might know of a solution, or if you might be able to search the records for one.
Oh, that's true. I guess it would be on
It
YouTube,
is not
huh?
a different material she requires, but a different approach.
What do you mean?
Consider the lake we have made our home. Its blighted waters eat away far more quickly than fresh water or even brine, at timber and steel alike. And yet, we have made a home here from those very materials nonetheless.
We have. But Bardolph must varnish every board twice over to keep it from rotting. And Obelus complains that without a constant supply of pitch.
Son of a pitch. I figured it out.
Early Gregorian histories speak of a preparation known as moon dew. It is said to be able to resist even the most ferocious flames. Before the dragoons tamed the worms and wyverns of the realm, nobles would daub their castle walls with it in order to guard against dragon fire.
So if we could recreate it,
It might be applied to some material or other in order to provide the protection Mid requires. As to how best to apply it and to what material, perhaps Bardolph and Obelus might be of assistance. I shall speak to them and see what wisdom they might have to offer. If you would be so kind as to procure the necessary ingredients, I shall discuss the specifics of how it might be most effectively put to use with our two friends. The knowledge of the past may yet prove useful to we of the modern era.
thank you, Harpocrates. And since you're asking others to help you, perhaps I should too.
I like Harpocrates' voice a lot. It's real good.
So you need a hand, do you?
We do. I'll be heading to market for the ingredients we need. I could do with some help. And some company too.
The other can assist me in researching how best to prepare the shielding itself.
Can we count on your aid?
Always.
Well, if Jill's game.
Thank you.
I am sure either of these fine young minds would prove indispensable in my research. I leave the decision as to who will go with whom in your capable hands, Clive.
Oh, man. I gotta decide who to bring with me? Well, I like Jill, but I've never really gotten to spend any time with the doctor lady, and I feel like, you know, I don't get to bring her very often.
Shielding that guards against even the most ferocious flames. We could have done with some of that on Drustinus.
I doubt I would have survived that place with or without it. A trip to Northreach, though, I think either of us could handle.
Oh, we gotta talk to him.
So, Clive,
Who should we
have you
bring?
made your decision? Who will accompany you on your little excursion?
Yeah, I think we bring her, because she never comes with us on anything. This is a chance for something new.
All right.
Jill's gonna stick with us.
So,
She'll be
what
on
are
our
you
next
thinking?
adventure.
I have taken the liberty of preparing a list. Here.
Garlic. Conch shells. Are you sure this is the right list? Looks like the ingredients for someone's supper.
Though these items may seem mundane, they have potent effects that are rarely exploited, effects for which they were once highly prized. So much so, in fact, that they were harvested almost to extinction, hence moon dews having fallen from favor. Now, of course, they can be obtained with ease. You should be able to find everything you need at the market in Northreach.
Well, isn't that convenient? I was hoping to be able to make a trip over that way sometime soon. Need to speak to an old acquaintance. I'll meet you there.
All right. Stay safe.
See you later, Clive.
Good luck with your research.
Bye, Jill. We're going on a mission. Oh, it's what? Marvelous, I'm shocked to find a book in a library.
Ugh, I'm never drinking again, no matter whose funeral it is.
To market we go.
No. Where's Taya?
There's talk at the glass gate flood. Keep them pilgers nice and chilled.
Need to stock up on
I'll have
these.
you spoiling another catch.
There you are, Taya.
Ah, and there you are. We shouldn't have any problems finding what we need in a place like this. But if time is of the essence, perhaps we should split up. Take a few items each.
All right. What shall I look for?
Let's see now. Why don't you take the garlic and the pepio nuts?
Pepio
Meet me by the
nuts.
gate when you've got them.
Man, I'll tell Jill she's threatened to Pepio nuts.
What do you want?
I'm. Don't take this the wrong way, but I want a Pepio nuts.
And? Good
What?
riddance.
Only one of them, though.
How the hell is anyone supposed to afford?
What can I interest you in today?
Garlic, please. Wait, what's this? Elementary alliums are a hallmark of a classical Sambriquois cuisine. So much so that it is a tradition for the emperor to award honorary titles to those responsible for supervising their cultivation and preparation in the White Worm Castle kitchens, the so-called Garlic Knight among them.
I trust it's all here.
That should do it.
Garlic Knight was
Hopefully
a...
Taya's
Oh
finished
no,
too.
it was Onion Knight was the
All anyone ever
Final
was.
Fantasy class.
Come, you'll not find a bruised pippin in the...
Well, did you find everything?
I did.
I
Here.
got my nuts peppied and everything.
Garlic and pepio nuts. Job done. We should get this back to Tomes then. He'll be waiting.
Are we gonna have a heart-to-heart? Little chat?
But we're not in too much of a rush, are we?
Yep, here comes the quick chat.
Quick chat.
Yeah. We want to talk about. Let's be friends. Let's go fishing.
Do you know, I think this is the very first time we've been out on an errand together.
That's what I said.
I think you might be right.
In all the years since you and that scowl of yours first appeared, you haven't invited me out once. For shame.
Well, it seemed long overdue. And you did say you had some shopping to do.
I was hoping to restock my supplies of herbs and liniment, yes. You and Jill alone burned through them like wildfire.
Well,
No luck, though. My usual supplier's not here, and I refuse to pay the prices these gougers charge.
I'll ask Karen when we get back. What is it?
Oh, just memories. I came here with Sid once, shopping for supplies, just like today. And just like today, I came away empty-handed. Sid even said he'd speak to Karen for me when we got back. Has it really been 5 years? I remember it as if it was yesterday. Hold on. Does that mean it's been 5 years since we met? Feels a lot longer.
It does. In a good way, of course. Thank you, Taya,
For what?
for everything. I just want you to know that all you've done for us, all you still do, it's appreciated.
Scott would hate this part.
Do you
They're
think I'd
talking. They're
stick
talking
around
about
if I thought it
feelings and not
wasn't?
fighting monsters. What are they doing?
But in the spirit of sharing and caring,
Why is it anime?
you're appreciated too. By all of us.
It's too much anime. Man, it got awkward there, though. Thank goodness for the camera pan.
Well, I think we've tarried long enough. I ought to get these ingredients back to Tome so he can make up this concoction of his. I'll meet you back at the hideaway, all right?
All right. And thanks again.
I heard you the first time.
That's what I'm gonna say if anybody ever thanks me twice. I mean, first I gotta get someone to thank me once, but if anybody ever thanks me twice, I'm gonna say that. That's cool. That's a cool line.
I wonder how Harpocrates is getting on with the moon dew.
Hey Harpocrates, how was your date with Jill? My date involved looking at water.
How's work on the shielding progressing, Harpocrates?
Well, very well indeed. And thanks in no small part to your kind assistance. I was just explaining to Tarja how we might best go about preparing the moon dew. And now that we have all the ingredients, we may begin.
You can count on me. I've mixed more than a few mysterious concoctions in my time.
I'm sure you have. What about the shielding itself?
Work is underway, under the watchful eyes of Bardolph and Obolus.
Apparently, it'll be ready soon.
Thank you. All of you.
Right then. Jill, would you join me in the infirmary? Many hands make light work and all that.
Of course.
Hello, Atomics. Welcome. Atomics. I'm gonna continue to make that mistake forever.
Oh,
Read
and
it,
Clive.
second guess it, go back,
It's good
try
to talk.
again.
We should do it again sometime.
Yeah, we'll talk. Look, I'm not gonna invite you on every mission
It
now.
appears
I
our
just
work
brought
here
you
is
because
almost
you
at an
hadn't
end.
been on any.
A shame. I was enjoying playing the man of action for once.
Adam 12.
Members
Okay,
of
got
Shielding
it.
and the
Roman
Moon Dew
numerals. I'm familiar
will
with
merely
them.
be a matter
I've
of
seen them in a
applying the
couple
one to the
games
other.
I play.
Followed by a rigorous process of testing and retesting, of course. Perhaps someone ought to warn young Mid of that.
Leave it to me.
Oh shit, I missed the
Thank you,
warning.
Harpocrates.
I hope Clive has a better memory than me. I'd be like, hey, Mid, Hippocrates said, be careful about something. Keep up the good work.
Well, I better go and give Mid the good news then.
Alright, I got a bad feeling Clive didn't hear the warning either. I think he toned Hippocrates out as well.
Ugh, I'm never drinking.
That lady's still upset about drinking.
We're seeing troops
Hello.
amassing at every border post.
Hello. All these people here are so laid back. Sid has to seem absolutely, like, insanely busy by comparison. They're just, like, staring longingly out at the water or feeling sick because they drank too much. Meanwhile, Sid is just running back and forth, teleporting back.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mid. But you'll be pleased to know that work on the shielding is underway.
You found something for it?
In a manner of speaking, Harpocrates knew of a substance that's highly resistant to heat. A coating that should provide the protection you need. He's supervising the construction and testing of the shielding as we speak.
Brilliant! I knew you wouldn't let me down.
Don't thank me. I'm just the errand boy.
Right then, better start working out how to bolt all these bits together. To the Black Hammer!
You know, when I got into the smithing game, I thought I'd be making swords and shields, not thermal bleeding didgeridoo-dahs.
Hey!
Displacement stacks.
Same difference. Whatever you call it, I ain't putting it together in here. It's cramped enough as it is. Let's take this outside. Mid, you get all the parts lined up on the deck. I'll take care of the rest.
On my way.
Oh, and bring me the biggest hammer you can find. This is gonna require some precision walloping.
Precision walloping. My daughter just announced that you are not as far in the game as she is, but also that it is not a competition. I have said this. I've said this exact word to Scott. I've said I think that I am further, but not that it's a competition. I think that, you know, it's not a competition. It makes me feel like I have so much more of this game still to go, because I've heard from so many people that they're further than me. Either I'm not playing as much as everybody else.
It's finished.
I'm
It's
taking
finally
way
finished.
longer to do everything than everybody else. Or something else. I don't know. But I'm behind literally everybody I know that's playing this game.
Blackthorn, everyone. That's one down and just 3 more to go.
I'm sorry.
Oh, didn't I tell you? The Enterprise has 4 mithril engines, and we'll be needing a displacement stack for each.
You don't mean...
Don't worry. Now they've got a finished one to work off. My gang in Canva can build the rest.
Good luck to them, I say. Right, I'm off to get a sling for this elbow. Any other work comes in, keep it to yourselves, eh?
I mean, in a way, it's a good thing when people are ahead of me, because nobody wants to watch this if they're behind me, so... Oh, you know what? Garrett and Kyle are slower than me, because they have to play together, and they have to play together at very specific times, so... You know,
What's the matter?
take that, Garrett and Kyle.
Nothing. Just daydreaming. Thinking about the Enterprise sailing off over the horizon to shores unknown, searching for a land untouched by the Blight, just like me and my dad planned. So if the worst came to the worst and every scrap of soil in the Twins turned black, we might still have a chance. That's what she was meant to be. You see, one last chance just in case we needed it. But now she's so close to being finished, I've realized I don't want her to be that. I don't want it to be just a lifeboat for us to cling to if things get desperate. I want people to sail aboard her by choice, not from the lack of it. In a world where we're not just trying to survive, but where we can actually live.
I'm working on that. And I'll do everything I can to get
I
you
got
where
like
you want.
2 more big mother crystals to kill,
Don't
and
you
then,
always?
you know, I don't. Who knows what happens,
All right.
but
My mind's made up.
we'll see.
As soon as the Enterprise is fit to sail, I'm putting her under your command. Sod our plans, I'm trusting in yours.
Are you sure about this?
Something tells me it's what my dad would have wanted.
He'd be proud of you.
You were gonna visit his grave, weren't you?
Oh, that's
I
right.
was.
That's what started this whole thing.
And you can come too now that your little project is finished.
Right. There's just one thing I need to finish up first. Won't be a mo.
All right. I'll let Otto know you're coming. Meet us in the mess when you're ready.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
All right, Otto. I got her on
Right,
board.
Clive.
We're going to a grave.
Asterix. Mid finished sending half the hideaway traipsing across the Twins, has she? I swear, that girl'd do anything to put off visiting her old dad's grave. No excuses now, though, eh?
Not quite. She said there was one final thing she had to take care of. I'm sure she'll be finished soon enough.
She said that, in those words.
She did, yes.
Clive, were you born yesterday or something? There is no thing. She'll probably be halfway to Canva by now.
Mid. I might still be able to catch her.
You got duped, Clive. Go get her.
Is that the thing Tomes helped to build?
Obelus, have you seen Mid?
Yep. In a boat, going that way.
Then I'm too late.
You in a hurry and all, are you? Oh, I offered to take her across, but she wouldn't wait. Just paid for a dinghy and rowed off. Oars going like the clappers. Got some life in her, ain't she? But anyway, I was on my way up to see you, as it happens. Got a letter for you. Urgent, by the sound of it. One of your uncle's men said I was to hand it to you in person, post-bleeding haste. And you're here now.
Thank you, Obelus.
Don't mention it.
What tidings, Uncle?
My dear boy, my journey to Canver has been a resounding success. The friend I mentioned not only agreed to share the contents of his strongbox with us, but his considerable knowledge of the goings-on in the free cities, by which I learned of the endeavors of a certain young friend of yours. Though I for one believe Miss Telemon's project to be quite the valiant enterprise, I doubt the Canvarian authorities will take kindly to the unauthorized use of their dockyards, no matter how deserted, and if rumor has already reached my friend, it may not be long before the guildmasters are rapping at your door, which is why I pen you this note. I would like to borrow your man Gav for a moon or two, that he might keep watch on those who might mean our little fellowship ill, and warn us of any impending attack. I trust that you will give this proposal your full consideration. Your loving uncle.
Trouble in Canva. Well, I'll need someone to keep an eye on Mid.
So what? Mid got us to do all the dirty work and then just sailed off into the sunset?
It, seems that way.
Well, nothing we can do about it now. But next time you plan on visiting Sid, you might want to tie her to something before you suggest it.
Ah, don't be so hard on her. Gotta admit, the dirty work was kind of fun. Everyone pitching in, all that bollocks. Just like when we built this place.
You're right.
Anyway, we all set to head to the old hideaway. I could do with getting to Canva pretty sharpish. Wouldn't do to keep Lord Rosfield of the Seven High Houses waiting now, would it? Not after he asked for me personally.
Gav will be leaving with me. Will you mind the place while we're gone?
You can count on me. Just be sure to give Sid and the others my regards. All right.
Oh, by the way, Jill will be joining us too. She's got some things to take care of, but she'll meet us there.
I hope she's telling the truth at least.
Everybody's like, yeah, no, man, we'll meet you there. It'd be great to see. We'll all meet there. Clive shows up all alone.
Well, Sid, I remember what you told me.
I do miss Sid. He was my
If no one is
probably
listening to what you
favorite
have to
character
say,
in the
you may as
game.
well not say it. But I will say this, old friend. Hugo Kuka is gone. His shadow looms over us no longer. It
It's a pity the Phoenix can't be in two places at once. If he'd have been with us, maybe he could have done something for the lost.
Not even the Phoenix can bring people back from the dead. Life has a beginning and an end. So we must live while we have the chance.
I mean, I don't really know the rules of the Phoenix.
Not as slaves to the crystals, but as free men.
May we join you?
Oh, they did show up.
Lady Karen, what a pleasant surprise.
I thought I'd drop by and see how you were all doing before heading off to restock my supplies.
Hey, Nakaori, streaming it off a capture card.
It wasn't the most scenic view back then, but it were never as bad as this.
I know. The blight marches on. And soon, there will be no escaping sights like these. So our mission remains unchanged. We cannot stop until every Mother Crystal is gone, and their thirst for ether with them. The only one that remains in Storm is Drake's tail in the Crystalline Dominion.
Our next target.
We're going to Twinside.
It's the capital of the Empire these days. I wouldn't like to think how tightly guarded they've got the place. Not that that'll stop you, but we do well to scout it out before you go charging in.
We would indeed.
If you're off to the Dominion, you can take this great lump with you.
Goods.
Oh, I am sorry. Have you forgotten you're the most wanted man in the Twins? I thought you might like to disguise yourselves as the attendants of a travelling trader, assuming you've no better ideas. You wanted to buy yourself some tools, didn't you? Well, now's your chance.
You're letting me go with them?
Oh, Goots, man, don't
Stop
shake.
That. You'll break me bones, you great galoot.
So I wasn't gonna say it, but then she said it.
There's a caravan that runs back and forth between the Dominion and the Bocklad markets. It's managed by the Merchants Guild. Just show them Goots' traders pass and you'll be on your way. It'll be a damn sight less risky than footing it the length of the Crystal Road. That's for sure.
Thank you, Karen. And glad to have you with us, Goots.
Okay then. I'll get me things.
Okay, then.
Is there. See yous down in Bocklad.
Get off! Me poor fingers!
Jill, you're with me.
Understood.
And Gav.
Already on my way, Captain.
Be careful.
Aren't I always?
At least Goots stopped grabbing and dragging her.
Your protege's making a proper little outlaw of himself.
Goots is so happy, man. Alright, well, looks like there's a new mission at the hideaway. We should probably go check that out before we continue forward. A little plus sign. What do we got here? What's unlockable? What can we do?
He cracked the crystal too.
Oh, we got a side quest delivery. Off the record. I was thumbing through hideaway ledgers at Otto's behest and might have come across something that might need your attention. Maybe. And by that I mean immediately. You know where I'll be. Yeah, let's answer the summons.
Trouble with the ledgers? Shouldn't he be asking Otto for help?
Alright, that's a quest accepted right there. Alright, let's... Something ain't right with that hound of yours. When it pleases your lordship, come pay me a visit at the toll. Alright?
What could be wrong with Torgor? He seemed well enough when I last saw him.
This is the most side quests they've ever given me at one point. It's, wonder if something's opening up here. Cheers for your help dragging Blackthorn out of the dumps the other day. Thing is, I reckon he's gone and thrown himself back in, judging by the droop of his jowls lately. So I'm thinking maybe it weren't just the leather that was on his mind. Maybe there's other demons jabbing their pitchforks into his privates. I know you're a busy bloke, but next time you find yourself free, maybe we could go and ask the old bastard what's got him so hot and bothered, assuming it ain't just the forge.
Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case.
Oh, we already read that one. Alright, good. Man, we got all these quests here. Alright, Blackthorn, what's going on, man?
Do you have a moment?
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask how you're getting on. August was worried about you, that you might still be doubting your craft, even after learning the trick of that cuirass. Is there something else weighing on your mind? Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
Talk about it, man.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well, Karen showed me something. Something I've never seen before.
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with a single-edged blade. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but fuck me. The edge on it. You could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that, and he'd be halfway home before he even realized he'd been cut.
So that's what's troubling you?
Nah. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking, how do you get an edge that sharp? It's driving me mad.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome.
I mean, in Final Fantasy, the swords are already pretty sharp. They literally held one to a girl's throat and she started bleeding.
I can't say I'm not grateful for it. Good luck, eh?
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword.
Alright, well, now we've got our quests doubling up, because now we have 2 quests right here. This is efficiency.
I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgor?
So you can read. Congratulations. But I didn't say I were wrong with him. I said something weren't right. He's not been eating me treats. He used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now he won't so much as look at them. Didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that his mind's on something else. You've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual.
I did equip the ring that makes him attack all the time now.
Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
Aww.
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Alright, I still gotta talk to you, though.
You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want? Out with it.
I want to know about the sword you showed Blackthorn. Single-edged and extremely sharp.
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes. But I need to help him find out how to work an edge like that. It's driving him to distraction.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and those that do go straight into private collections. Which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it? Where is it now?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off me, are you now? Fine. If you stop mooning at me like that. Lord Ignac's the man you want. Dalmekian bloke. Collects weapons and the like. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourite clients. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dalamil, where I left him.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh, and he's a touch eccentric, if you take my meaning.
I appreciate the warning.
I mean, so are most of the people in the hideaway, but, you know, it's fine. It's all just personalities here. I like that I have quests for almost literally every big person in the hideaway at the moment. Hello.
Lawsman, I need to ask you about Torgal. Something's not right with him.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost his appetite, which is certainly a new development. She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right, though not about his appetite. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of appetite that afflicts Torgal, but a surfeit of it. If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals, whose bones may yield altogether different nutrients. As to where one might find a suitable substitute, some antelopes that graze the meadows of eastern Rosaria have been known to grow to a size more than double that of their lesser cousins.
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a good place to start.
Good hunting, Clive.
Alright, we gotta kill some antelopes, we gotta go meet a guy, we gotta talk to Gout, and there's maybe one other quest to do as well.
I don't know where Sid gets the energy.
Where do I get the energy? I like upgrading my gear.
It told me she was building
And
a
I don't
ship.
like this sword as much as my last sword, so any quest that gives me a new sword is exciting.
Clive, did you get my letter?
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen, I've some bad news. It turns out the hideaway may be slightly behind in its payment to certain lenders, and it's maybe my fault. But I swear to the goddess, I thought I had the numbers square. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say.
Yep,
I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I'd say.
There you are.
Oh, no.
What a surprise.
He heard.
So
It's
let
got
me get
very
this
good
straight.
hearing.
You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each.
Oh, shit.
They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see? And, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, arses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
Oh, man. No mercy for him. He's done. He's gone. It would be absolutely hilarious if we came back and his desk just had a different person at it. That would be amazing. It looks like there's another quest down in the workshop.
Well, here, Sid. Reckon you might be just the man to help me out of a bit of bother, if you've a mind to.
You're creeping me out a little bit.
Well, it's about this alembic the chief's got me making. Lovely bit of kit it is. Bung in a solution you want splitting, and it will separate it out, just like that. Problem is, it won't always get rid of all the impurities. And with some of the stuff we need it for, that ain't good enough. Which is why I've been looking for something to filter the liquid we'll be cooking off. And that's where I was hoping you could help me out.
I find you unsettling, but I will help
Imagine
you.
Ty could get some use out of this alembic too. Distilling medicines and the like. All right. Why not?
Proper job!
This sounds
exactly
like
do you
a
need
way
for
to
this
give
filter?
me more potions.
Nothing but bomb ash'll do, says the chief. Gave me a sample she'd obtained from the university stores. Couldn't believe my eyes. You pour the blackest blight water through it, and it comes out clear as a mountain stream. So, I did
Maybe
a bit of
just
reading
better
about where I
potions.
might be able to get hold of some. And do you know what I found out? It's only the blimmin' bones of a bomb king. They leave them behind when they die, see?
I take it that's where I come in.
If you wouldn't mind. I saw a billet on the hunt board for one just the other day. Would have gone myself, but, well, fighting dirty great balls of flame ain't exactly my forte. You, on the other hand...
You?
All right. I'll see what I can do.
Thank you kindly. And a good hunting, eh?
Yeah, good hunt. Alright, we got a lot of quests here. It sounds like maybe the hunt board has also been updated. Which means I guess we will also check out, just make sure Blackthorn doesn't have any other weapons. It sounds like he'll get new stuff from whatever quest we do. Oh, you know what? That's our indication. Ask about bomb sightings. Yeah, what you got? A curse breaker aiming for the Imperial chase took a wrong turn into a nearby wood, within which she discovered the ruins of a fallen ship, and within them, a beast akin to a great ball of fire that chased her screaming from the grove. The soldier later identified the creature as an almanac of echoes, but it was firm in her insistence that the bomb she saw was near 10 times the size of the one depicted therein. I don't know what the Imperial chase is. Oh wait, it did say. It said something about Sam Breck. South of... no, down here. Ooh, almost misread that one. The Croc in Sandbreck. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Oh, we can't just teleport wherever we want. Okay.
They told me she was building a ship.
Apparently we gotta progress the story to at least the next stage, and then we can go places. It still says there's quests here, though. I thought I got them all, but... maybe it's just because they're a quest that I'm on.
Clive? What do you want?
You got anything new?
Anything else?
No, I gotta go. We're gonna progress the story until I can go do these side quests. That's what we're gonna do. Onward. Hey, that's what it says when you die in Final Fantasy XIV.
How are you feeling?
Better. Thanks to Taya.
I'm glad to hear it.
And Torgal helped too. Didn't you, boy?
This used to be a trade route for merchants crossing the Scars. Till the Republic laid a new road wide enough to let wagons pass. And all official traffic moved there.
Leaving this one for those living outside the law.
Indeed. I doubt we'll be the only outlaws on the trail today.
In other words, buckle up. We're gonna fight. Like these outlaw plants, they're the first to go.
This one. Go for it. Stay down. This one. Get him. Go for it. Get him.
Korath42, thank you so much for the sub. Insert anime sound here. That's right.
So what do you think?
That we'd be lucky
Having
to
to
make us
talk
out
to
alive.
Yona's sellsword is some anime
Really?
BS.
It's as bad as that. Oh, aye. There's trouble up ahead. And too much of it for us to handle.
I take it there's danger on the road.
Oh, what about this fearsome-looking fellow? You think he'd be equal to the task?
Oh, no doubt. Assuming he's willing to hear us out. Well met, friend. My brother and I have been tasked with finding a merchant's missing cart. You seen it by any chance?
How does a merchant misplace his cart?
Oh, the man's a coward. When he thought goblins might come a-snarling, he ran, leaving his livelihood abandoned in the pass.
He sent the two of us to fetch it, but it's gone. Now, I'm not much of a thinker. but I know the work of thieves when I see it.
My brother's right on all accounts. And by my estimation, the bastards are lying in wait just down the road.
We may have seen our share of action, true, but we've not got the skill in arms to boldly brave an ambush.
You, however, have the look of a man who needn't fear a band of backwater ruffians. What do you say? Will you help us out? Chances are they'll come for you either way. But if you promise to lend us a hand, at least you'll pocket a reward for your troubles.
I love money. Let's
well,
do
I'm
it.
going to have to deal with them anyway.
You've clearly got a fine head on those broad shoulders.
We're lucky you came along.
Uh-huh.
Now, hoping to make a heavy purse in Boklad, our merchant friend loaded his cart with as much as it would carry. Reckon he won't be forking over the rest of our fee if we don't find those goods. So, while you're seeing to those bandits, you keep your eyes open.
All right. Just don't expect me to drag the cart out of there myself.
No. You can leave the cart to us. You just put an end to those bandits and point us in the right direction. You do that, we'll take care of the rest.
Uh-huh. I feel like I'm gonna go find a cart full of cocaine.
I'm not sure I trust those two. But if there are bandits lying in wait, I should probably take it.
Look lively, you lot. We've got guests.
These must be our bandits.
Now, Torgo! All yours, Torgo!
Oh. Well, I dodged, just not at the right time.
Get him!
Uh-oh. Is there anyone else? Just him? Well, that's uneventful.
That's them dealt with. Now, where's that cart?
Good job, dog. Good job. We killed those bandits real good.
That's better. Getting all of this out of here will be a nightmare.
Seems we've found ourselves the right man for the job, wouldn't you say?
Found the cart and didn't leave a single bastard breathing. Our merchant friend will be delighted.
And how exactly will he be getting his goods out of here?
You leave that to us. After all, it'd be wrong to make such a fine warrior haul cabbages to market.
You've done your part. And that's all you need to worry about.
No, you're
Here.
suspicious.
It's been a pleasure. Now piss off.
There's no need to be so rude, brother. What if we want his help again next time?
I did level up, so, you know, helping these guys was good work.
You've had your reward and you're not getting any more. Now piss off.
Oh, that's really far away. Okay. It keeps looking like it's right over there. Yeah, I have a feeling we won't be, we'll be seeing more of them at some point.
The fallen ruin should hold at least.
Maybe.
The path continues on the other side.
Speaking of sus, this little trap.
Get him! It's over.
What a bunch of jerks. Alright, well, looks like that's all done. Just continue up the road. No biggie. This path wasn't half as dangerous as they made it out to be. Oh, wow. The final sin.
So this is Zemeckis.
The land of the gods. It's even more impressive than I imagined. I remember being captivated by the story as a child.
Long, long ago, man was overcome by avarice and challenged the gods in a bid to win their power. The final battle took place here, at these falls. Or so the legend goes. If anyone ever manages to plumb those depths, perhaps we'll learn if there's any truth to the tale.
That the gods emerged victorious and punished man for his defiance by visiting upon him 2 curses.
Dominant sin bearers. To tell the truth,
I always thought it strange that the dominant and their icons were deemed a curse. Back home, the dominant inherited the throne. They were admired and exalted, not spurned. Whenever I got to that part of the story, I always assumed there must be something I'd misunderstood.
You had a lot of storybooks, didn't you? In your room, I mean. When we were young.
The old legends were always my favorites. Epic battles between gods and men. Father encouraged me to read as much as I could. He thought it good for my education.
You really were a boy like any other, weren't you?
Just look at this place. It's enough to make you believe the legends are true.
I know.
We're not far from Boklad. The road will be busier up ahead.
And we'll have to keep our wits about us. Clive? Something wrong?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Oh no, Clive seemed like he had a bad feeling. Meanwhile... That's a good thunder. I like that. Seat of the Imperial Court. The audience chamber.
I see the reports are true, Father. You have surrendered the throne to Olivier.
I have. Emperor Olivier shall rebuild the Holy Empire of Sanbreque.
How is he to rule an empire? He is but a boy.
I shall advise him until he comes of age.
Father, please.
Or for as long as I am able. The empire we seek to build needs young blood to rule it, and I can think of none better suited to the task. There is other news, Dion. Hugo Kupka is dead, and Drake's Fang destroyed. The pillars of the Republic have fallen. Ere long, the Imperial banner shall fly over every city in Storm. And then, Valisthea. All shall bow before their Emperor.
Father, these are the words of a tyrant.
They are the words of a god.
Oh boy, we got some Avatar business.
Serve. Great Greeker, made flesh. Return to your camp, Dion, and ready your forces. It is time to show the world the true power of Sanbreque.
This guy needs to stop giving people flowers, man.
Father. I find you much changed. Is this truly the path you wish to tread? Or are these the ambitions of another? Of Ultima, perhaps?
Oh.
What nonsense is this? I speak my mind, and my mind only. Though I do owe Annabella thanks for reminding me of certain truths regarding the nature of nations, of rulers,
and of the divine.
Man, Annabella sucks.
Traitress. She betrayed her country. She slew her husband.
You have ever been an invaluable servant to Sambrek, Prince Dion. I trust you will continue to serve your emperor in the wars to come.
The canker! Silence! Insolent wretch! You will bend the knee. All else is heresy.
They got a little rhyme about it.
Forgive me. This audience is over. Come, your radiance. The Rowena Syndicate awaits your pleasure.
Oh, not another meeting with silly old men. They're so boring. I'm
Man,
hungry,
this
Father.
poor
Can't
kid.
we have luncheon instead?
Does it pain you that you will not inherit your father's throne?
I have suffered worse.
Count your blessings, Dion. For a base-born child to be chosen by Bahamut is miracle enough. You have risen high on his wings, but you shall rise no higher, lest your impure blood stain the throne.
What do you know of my blood?
You know, I kind of want Clive to kill her, but, like, I genuinely, at this point, she's so awful, anyone who killed her, I'd just be okay with it.
The Boklab markets are to the north.
I'm not
We just need to
picky.
hug the coast.
It's back this way. This looks like a place to hide treasures. No, it was a place to hide a fight.
Get him!
Infiltrating the Dominion won't be easy with the Imperials on high alert.
No. His Radiance has lost one capital already. We can be sure Sylvester will do everything in his power to hold on to Twinside.
A Helgaroo!
Wait for the siege to end.
Nice try. Too slow.
Uh-oh. That was a little better.
Nice try.
Man, I nearly killed him on the back of the first stagger. That was my goal. I didn't succeed, but I got close. I don't suppose these count as side quest antelopes. They're probably just regular antelopes. Alright, we got this road here.
How much further to Bartha now?
See, now I feel like I'm playing Final Fantasy X. Clive usually puts his sword away. I think I'm like locked into having my sword out, but I like it because I feel like I'm running with major purpose.
And they're all making for the crystalline dominion.
Because they don't know how to live without the crystal's blessing.
Where was the mom born? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if we found that out yet. I can pull up the active time lore, but I don't think she's still gonna be in it. Yeah. The depths of hell. Yeah, my bad. We do know.
There are no crystals here.
This is where we're supposed to meet Goots, isn't it?
That's right. He said he'd wait for us here after replenishing his supplies. I dare say he'll have finished by now.
Let me carry your goods. I'm cheap.
And nasty. Let me.
I'm cheap.
What are you looking for?
Can't even begin to tell you how cheap I am. You'll love it. Betrayal orchestration roll. Let's buy it.
Many thanks.
Can't go wrong playing a song called Betrayal.
You've a discerning eye.
He said I wouldn't find any crystals here, but that looks like a crystal right there. So what are they talking about, huh? Sand and stone orchestration. Man, we're gonna have so much music to play back at the hideaway, it's ridiculous.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Peaches and pears.
Man, this place is actually pretty big.
Wonders from across the water. Come one, come all. Feast your eyes. Good sir, can I interest you in...
Aww.
How much? For a measly crust of bread?
You won't find any cheaper. Not nowadays. But you're more than welcome to look.
Well, see, that's the thing about the Emperors. I don't know if he gave up the power to... Because he kind of sounds like he's doing the thing from Avatar The Last Airbender. I could be wrong. He may have been talking about his son. But remember in Avatar where the Fire Lord was like, I'm going to be a god, so I'm going to appoint Azula the ruler? I feel like he's doing the same thing.
Army will be permitted to cross the border. All who seek entry are to form a line and ready their documents for inspection.
Looks like we aren't the only ones who are eager to leave.
And they're checking everyone.
Can't you make an
Not for the likes of you.
We won't get through without that pass. Let's go and find Good, shall we? He must be around here somewhere.
Tight-fisted swines.
Never seen Avatar? Alright, well, step one. Watch Avatar. Step two, that's basically the principle. Is like, he decided he was better than a ruler, he was a god. So he appointed his daughter the ruler so that he could be the god. You know, like, she can rule the Fire Nation, he's gonna rule the world.
Oh, good. There you are.
Clive, I'm so sorry. Don't tell Nan, will you?
Slow down, Goots. Just tell us what happened.
It's betrayed us, Pass. It's gone. We cannot ride the caravan without it. We won't even be able to get through the flipping checkpoint.
Do you remember when you last saw it?
Really, man?
It was in my pocket a minute ago. Then a bairn bumped into me and...
Alright.
You don't think that they might have nicked it, do you?
It wouldn't surprise me. A busy market like this is prime territory for pickpockets.
So, to get the pass back, we need to find this child. Where would we even start?
Look down. We're bigger than most children.
I've got a pal in Buck, lad, who might be able to help us. No one knows more about what goes on round here than she does.
Where do we find her?
She's the owner of the Crimson Caravans, up that way. Sign's got a red chocobo on it.
No time like the present.
You two go on ahead. I'm gonna check the rest of my stuff, make sure no one else is missing.
All right. We'll meet you there.
Let's keep an eye out for this red chocobo, then.
And the other on our purses.
Stops next to the checkpoint.
It was that kid. He's guilty. Why are we looking for anyone else? It was that kid, clearly. I'm telling you, when we catch this kid, it was absolutely that kid. Was she selling medicine? Oh, that's a good question, too. Maybe it was that kid. All right, it was either the kid I think it was, or it was the medicine kid. It was one of those two kids. All right, there's the red chocobo.
Looking to hire a coach? It's 10 million for a two-birder to the Crystalline Dominion. Take it or leave it.
Oh, we're not here for that.
Then I bid you good day.
Oh, wait! Don't go, El. He's me mate.
As I live and breathe.
It does look like Lulu.
What are you doing back in Bocklad?
Chill.
I gather Lady Karen didn't send you. So what trouble have you got yourself into this time?
It's me trader's pass. It got stolen. By little Ben.
Of all the... You're the size of a marble. Honestly. Ugh.
Goots told us that you know the markets well. Might you have an idea which little band could have done this?
We don't intend to punish them. We just need our pass back. Then, we can be on our way.
I see. So neither of you has a trader's pass either.
No, we do. It's the one that Goots has.
Not that anyone would take you for traders, but I suppose that's why you came to me, correct? Now, I can't say for sure who took your pass, but I suspect I know why they did it. Let me explain.
Oh, we're gonna get an explanation.
Ever since the Fist marched on the Dominion, the Republic has been clamping down on any commerce that might aid the Empire more than it does us. Which means traders' passes have gone from being merely a way of easing one's progress to being essential if one wishes to cross the border at all. And with demand outstripping supply, they've become a precious commodity, leading some to seek to acquire them by less than legitimate means.
So the children are stealing passes to sell on the black market.
Yeah, that sounds like a good deal.
And no. Passes are inscribed with the names of their owners, and yet none of the victims' names have appeared on the register of those passing through the checkpoint.
Oh, they're taking it to a forger.
That someone is doctoring the stolen passes. The same someone who is encouraging the children to steal them. And the same someone who has Goots' pass, no doubt. Whoever they are, they're ruining the livelihoods of honest merchants, which is why we've decided to take a stand. Will you stand with
El
us?
Oso Tuerto,
We want
thank
to
you
get
so
your
much
pass
for the
back.
Prime sub.
And
Thanks for
we
hanging
want
out
to
with us
ensure that
today.
no more are stolen. Catch whoever's behind it all, and two birds shall be slain with a single stone.
Is there any other way of getting to the Crystalline Dominion, Goots?
Like,
They won't let
Clive
me
doesn't
in
want to
if you're
do
not with
this
the
side
caravan.
quest.
It's I don't know, try swimming across the strait. But the guards will definitely spot you if you try and do that. Like, we don't want to get spotted, right?
So either we find the people who took the pass, or give up all hope of entering the Dominion.
I sometimes really appreciate when the main character does not want to participate in the quest.
We'll help.
Thank you kindly.
It's like, all right, well, we know exactly what we need to do. We know exactly where we need to go.
Clive.
Is there any other options? Because I don't want to do that. It makes me identify with the main character a lot. It's how I am in real life. I know what I need to do. I know how to do it. I just really don't want to do it.
The proprietor of the furniture makers by the coach stop is spearheading the search. Wear that, and he will know you for a friend. I suggest that you speak with him first.
The furniture makers. Understood.
Yeah, Clive's being a real Scott Johnson on this quest. Yeah, you're right. Alright, well, I have to use the restroom. Difficult side quests make me have to pee, so I'm gonna take a quick break. We'll be back and we'll start interrogating people and whatnot. So I'm gonna pet the dog, put on some music, and I'll be back in 5 or 10 minutes. Grab a drink, do whatever you gotta do. See you shortly. Thanks for being here, everybody. Be right back. Alright, let's get back to it. Man, I must have sat down and sat up straighter. Keep having to move this camera, because I think I start playing and I slouch, and then I sit down and I'm like, all right, yes, it's serious business, and I sit upright. And then over time I just start slouching again, and I fall out of frame. Alright. I am a little tempted to do the side quest. We can now teleport around. I kind of like the idea of being able to get some of these side quests done. We can teleport right back to where we are. I think I might do that. I really want Clive to have a new weapon. And all the perks that we're set to unlock.
People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Gone. The whole mother crystal gone. What are we gonna do?
Man, these people would be so mad if they found out that I'm the one that destroyed the crystal.
Will be ruined. Ruined!
Irritated man.
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg of you, before you do yourself a mischief.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, allow me to apologize. His lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's never been fond of guests arriving unannounced.
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
Okay.
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He's been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed.
So the thieves hide at a place called the Bandit's Bed?
Pass through that
Makes sense.
Disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's
Seems
where I'm
logical.
heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Alright, let's see what we got here. Okay, looks like we're going up that way. There's a place we needed to go to, another place, right? I don't recognize the name of any of these spots, but there was a... We're looking for like a bomb. I don't remember where the bomb was supposed to be. But I guess we'll go here. This seems like maybe it's a little closer. Chocobo! Where are you? Oh, there you are.
Come on. Yeah!
Alright, come on, gang. Gotta go fight some bandits. Yeah, do yourself a mischief is a great turn of phrase. Honestly, one of my favorite things about playing Final Fantasy XIV and now this one is the expressions they use in the writing are really good. They'll give you a lot of fun things to say. That is at least if you can remember them all. I frequently forget them. Alright, let's find these thieves. Bet that's the thieves.
Straight home now.
We've got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off! Get off! Nice try.
Oh, I did not dodge in time. I didn't that time either. Alright, try one more time. One more time. There we go. He got me. Didn't think he was gonna do two, but he did too. Bandits. Handled quite well. Get all that stuff. How are we carrying it back? That's a lot of stuff.
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right. Let's get it back to Dalamel.
Are we only returning one person's stuff? Are we leaving everything else? Are we looting it? What are we doing with the other stuff? Oh, we traveled by cutscene.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects.
Yeah, the guy you were a
What
real
should I
dick
call
to.
you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
I love that Clive has so many nicknames. This is great.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern. All right, speak.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword.
Oh, jeez, poor Redeem.
It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship.
Witchers.
They believe no combat should ever exceed a
Oh,
single
probably
strike,
not Witchers.
and
then.
hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one perfect stroke, and for that stroke only. They crack upon a second blow. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, ranging from the coarse to the fine. 10,000 licks with the sharpening stone, then 10,000 more. But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards.
It's a sword. It'll kill anything with one hit, but then it breaks.
Far rarer among collectors than even the blade itself. And a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past time we prepared ourselves to depart.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with a rival collector of curiosities. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel, but he is hard at my heels.
Are there many other collectors out there?
Too many to count, but only one do I consider my nemesis.
Of course.
Lord
Of
Byron
course.
Rosfield, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather taken with you, Master Wyvern. Thank you again for your assistance. Coming, my lordship. I'll be right there.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes of this whetstone, shall we?
Alright, we'll go turn it in, because I do want to see if we can get a new sword. Because then we can use the new sword on the other side quests. That's the plan. Oh, we also got new music. Let's try a different song. This one's a little
Thank you,
melancholy.
Clive.
What else we got? Sand and Stone. This one's pretty good. I like that one. What's Betrayal? It's a little intense. I think we'll stick with Sand and Stone for right now. Kind of matches what we're doing. Stick with this. Alright, Blackthorn, here's your
Sorry for the wait.
whetstone.
But hopefully it'll agree
Yeah,
it's worth
the
it.
name Clive really
You learned something
grew
about
on
that
me. I
sword
heard
then.
Clive at first, I was like, that's a
did
weird
better than
name.
that.
I mean, it's not weird, like, there are actually people named Clive, but, you know, like, it's just not the name you expect from your protagonist. But it has really grown on me. I like it a lot.
But not one you'll find
And I think a lot of it is just liking the character, too. I think the character is very likable. And so Clive explained how to make a sword that will
get the
break.
same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the curse breakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the curse breakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the curse breakers will be delighted. Just
excited again.
Don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age, and I'll still be here when you're long gone. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one, August too. It's good to know someone's looking out for me.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First new blade I make's got your name on it. You come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right.
What if I have them right now? I don't know that I do, but I have done a lot of side quests that did not yield anything I could use immediately. Oh, Excalibur. Let's see if we don't make it. Why not make it?
Clive. What do you want?
I got good news. I can't make it. I need a bomb ember, which I'm sure will drop from that bomb. Also, what's this diamond sword +1? So that's a 255, 255, 268. $265. So whatever this diamond sword is, we can't quite get to it.
And?
Well, yeah, we're not gonna make the diamond sword, that's for sure. Although I'm not gonna lie, I did come here to check to see if she was selling a diamond sword.
Is that all?
He cracked the crystal too.
Anything new in here? No, nothing new. Alright, that's not worth going in there. I saw someone who got the recipe for Excalibur, and instantly there was an upgrade already in the blacksmith. Well, you know, we'll see. We'll see what happens. It's like, the thing about it is the only issue would be is if they use the same materials. Like, it's all crafting materials.
Building a ship.
So it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's not fun to instantly replace a sword, which is what happens every now and then in this game. It's one of my pet peeves of the game. But, alright, Alright, where did it say Sambrek the Croc? That's where we're going. I think it might depend on when you do things. Would be my guess. Which is Sambrek? Sambrek is up here. Lost Wing. Well, we'll go to Northreach because we have a quest there. Or there is a quest there or something. And we'll just see if we can find the croc. Oh, right, because we got to go see the dame. Let's see where the croc is. We can find it on here. The croc. I don't see anything called the croc. Might be that. That could be it. That looks like a place where things go down. Because it said something about woods, and then you go off the woods. I don't know. We'll see if we find it.
Finally spread to the word.
We'll go see the dame first, though.
Did you hear? The gates to heaven.
I want to see you.
What am I gonna do without sweet
Here is a
water?
rock, the dame.
Milady, I come bearing gifts.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion.
We haven't been paying you.
Oh my. Clive, you really have outdone yourself.
Otto asked me to give it to you. To settle the hideaway's debt with the Veil. And to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You disappoint me, Clive.
Oh.
I thought you might finally be warming to me. Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time around. The man owes me nothing, nor does the hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly. It was the least I could do.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake. And for Otto's. For all of us. For all you've done.
It is rather fetching, isn't it? Very well. Otto is lucky to have you, Clive. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the others at the hideaway are the closest thing he has to family.
Otto had a son.
Long ago, yes. Sid told me Otto lost him when he was just a boy, and blamed himself for not being able to stop it. I don't know how it happened, whether there was anything he could have done, but it was clear that it weighed heavily on him.
I didn't know.
How could you have? I doubt anyone did. Besides Sid, I've never met a man more keen to bear his sorrows in stoic silence. An ill habit, given that both have always been surrounded by friends desperate to help them.
I'm beginning to see that.
Alright, well, I was gonna say, if she refused it, you could, you know, always tell Otto she took it and sell it. We wouldn't have to worry about money in the game anymore. It would just be a game mechanic we don't have to worry about. Where were we gonna check? Maybe the old road, the Advent.
All anyone ever wants.
Fresh cuts! Come! You'll not find a bruised pippin in the... Fly, Ambrosia.
I'm not sure I'd describe Sid as silent. I think that's true, but there's also a difference between being talkative and being open. Like, you only find out about Sid's daughter if you do a side quest. I think Sid's one of those people that talk a lot while still saying very little. Was it this way? That's where I thought the bomb would be. No. This was not it. In fact, I'm very much off the mark. Man, I just cannot get where I need to go. This is not where I wanted to be. Pretty sure this is not the area. We'll check it out just to be sure, but... yeah, this is where a bunch of birds are. Okay, where are we going? We gotta go up, around to the left. I don't want to fight birds, I just want to fight bombs. Yeah, I'm just disturbing them. Just riding through. Ah! Nature! I don't even know if I'm going the right way. The description that it gave is not on the map. Nope. Came here, it was just a dragon. Not a bomb, just a dragon. Oh, shit. Alright. Well, it wasn't there. That seems like a potential place. Let's go check over here first, because we can travel here. So this is close. And, we'll go from there. I'm so bad at finding things in this game. They're really making me exercise a skill that has not been required in video gaming for a long time. The ability to read a description and discern a location from what you read. It's a real Mancrick's wife type situation going on here, and I don't like it. I have to remember things, I have to know things, I have to go find things, like none of it's good. Are there any bombs up here? Just you guys. Some knights, huh? I mean, they do have a chest by them.
Thanks, girl.
We should get the chest.
Company. Enemy sighted! This one!
Get rid of them. Hell yeah. We got an item that was guarded by 2 level 15 knights. I'm sure it's a fantastic item. that I'll be equipping anytime now. Alright, let's see. Here's what I remember from the description. They said it was a path that went into the woods. I thought it said something about ruins.
Come on.
So if we look with our eyes, there's a little path that goes into the woods over here. There's the gate. The Imperial Chase, that sounds familiar. I don't know why. Maybe because I read it at some point. Any bombs in here? I'm looking for bombs. Oh, something's happening. Something's happening. Nope, it might just be a town. This certainly seems like a place to fight something, but not what we're looking for, I guess. How are you liking 16? How would it compare to 14 and 7 Remake? I mean, it's very different from both. I really like it. It's not a perfect game, but it's got a lot to like. I'm having a really good time playing it. That looks like... You know what? This looks like a bomb.
We're not alone.
Bomb King. Let's get him.
What we have here. Greetings, Your Majesty. Get him. Too slow.
Oh, that is not what I meant to hit.
This one.
Oh shit. Let's just do something. That was the wrong button. Oh my gosh. we go. Easy. I was thrown by the fact that he didn't have a stagger meter. That messed me up a little, but we did fine. There's our bomb ember. We can make Excalibur, everybody.
Your reign is over. Now to collect the ash. This looks like the stuff. Let's see if there's any more.
Get all that bomb ash, man.
That should do it. If Hawaii needs more than this, he can fetch it himself.
Alright. We got it. Let's, yeah, you're right. Excalibur, let's go. Let's go do it. Especially if we're gonna replace it immediately. We better go turn it in, get as much use out of it as possible. At the very least, we can look at it for a while on my back. It'll probably look cooler than this sword. I don't really like this sword.
What'd you need?
I need you to make Excalibur for me. Just make it.
No scratches, right?
Yes, equip it.
And?
Hell yeah, look at that. That's a much cooler sword. 100% cooler sword now.
Well, don't just stand there golfing.
It was worth it. It was worth everything we did. Don't let anybody tell you different. Sell that stupid sword. We don't need it anymore.
Finished, are you?
Oh wait, we need to restock our
Now
potions.
what can I do for you?
I'm a big
If you
fan
can
of it
ask
too.
something
I
quick
think
about
we've
it.
really made a smart decision here.
It'd
I don't
better
think
all
we're
be
gonna
here.
regret it.
Finished, are you?
I just beat the game. I had no idea there was a sell all valuables button.
Told me she was building a
there
ship.
is. I can see that though. I only found it because I was like, wait, I gotta go looking for the valuables I picked up? That seems bad. Is there a sell all button? And then I saw it. Where's the turn-in? Who wanted this? Oh, Wayne, that guy, the weird guy.
Think Mid might need some help.
All right there, Sid? How's that hunt for the bomb ash going?
It's done, you creepy bastard.
That's the stuff. And plenty of it, too. Enough to keep the Olympic bubbling away for a good old while. You're a gent, Sid. Let nothing say otherwise.
Do they
Right
say
then.
otherwise?
Let's get this contraption up and running.
Sound effects, good. Sometime later.
There we have it.
This guy is gonna try and rule the
Telemon
world.
Alembic. And it works just like the chief said it would.
Very impressive.
Says the man who cut down a burning boulder. Speaking of which, I still haven't returned the favor.
There's no need. The good it will do for the hideaway is reward enough.
No, Clive.
Don't be silly.
Yeah. I agree with Creepy on
Let me
this.
Take a look at that bag of yours. The one you keep your potions in. Reckon I could work some magic on that.
What kind of magic?
Well, we happen to have isolated a substance in our test run of the Alembic that I reckon will make even the toughest lever supple as anything. Thought we might use it to breathe new life into old boots and the like. Save the hideaway a few gil. Ah, I reckon if we slap a bit on your bag, it'll loosen it up enough for you to squeeze in a bottle or two more.
Well,
Hey,
can't hurt
that's
to try, I
the
suppose.
exact reward I thought we would
spirit.
get, but for different reasons than what made me think it.
Be a mo. What do you reckon?
It certainly feels more flexible.
Right? Told you.
Thank you. I think.
No. Thank you.
Come on, Clive. This is look. He's creepy and weird, but this is a good thing that we're unlocking here.
Wonders like that stuff I rubbed on your back.
Oh, okay, but he's being weird about it.
There's plenty more where that came from.
Oh man. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. It got weirder. Treated potion satchel. You have obtained a treated potion satchel, hereby increasing your capacity for carrying consumables. The item slot increases are as follow. Patch notes. Potions up to 6, high potions up to 4, strength tonic up to 3, stone skin tonic up to 3. Look, I don't blame people for being attracted to Clive. They don't need to talk about rubbing stuff on his sack so openly, though. It's pillow talk.
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back.
Well, I wasn't expecting to earn another reward, but here we
There you
are.
All done?
Okay, what does this do? High Cleric's Medallion. Increased healing potency of high potions by 25%. I don't know. I'll just keep telling Torgal to do stuff for right now. The 25% on high potions is nice, but...
Is that the thing Tomes helped with?
Let's see, what else we gotta do? We got side quests now. We might get to swing Excalibur at something. But first, let's just go to Martha's Rest. That's where everything is. Everything's over here with Martha. You know, even if I don't get to swing it at someone, it looked good going in and out of places.
Clive, we weren't expecting you.
I wasn't expecting to be here, but it seems we still owe you a considerable amount of coin for your help with our rebuilding efforts. And though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take this as payment.
A star ruby? I can't accept this. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would ever borrow from me again. Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about this? I'd have expected Otto. Bit much sending the Lord Marquis out to settle your debts, isn't it? The old goat working himself to death again?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always, eh? Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander, word is he was the first one Sid reached out to. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the backbone.
Look at how good
And when
that
Sid
sword
passed
looks, you
away,
guys.
We were all worried that would be the end of it. That Otto would just give up.
His death was hard on everyone. But it must have hit Otto hardest of all.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. If I recall, he was the one who nominated you as Sid's replacement, and rallied the rest around you. I reckon what he saw in Sid, he saw in you too. And don't we all? Doesn't hurt that you're half as stubborn and twice as handsome, neither.
That's right,
That
twice as
sounds
handsome.
you
Take
keep good
that,
company.
Sid.
I suppose I do. Go will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
If he's still with us, that's good. Alright, where are we going? We gotta go up there. Guys, we might get attacked on the road. I dare say we might even get to swing this goddamn sword. Wouldn't that be something? We might kill an antelope. Oh, actually, I think we are gonna kill antelopes. That was a joke, but then the joke became a reality. Alright, we can kill some spiders. Here's the using the sword. Oh.
This one. Get him.
That's a good sword. I got to test it. Guys, sword's awesome. We'll never replace it, actually. It's too good. It's too good of a sword. You can't do better than it. Okay, here's a minotaur. I missed. Alright, we didn't need the last attack. See that? I did more of a combo than I needed to because the sword's so good.
Well, it's certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. Hungry, Torgal?
Stay down!
He's so mad at that antelope, man. Really feel like hunting. Feels a little overkill. I forgot we did all that just to give Torgal a bone.
Will it be enough, I wonder?
I've killed 3 of these things. You may have 1 bone. Happy.
I say that answers my question. Which means we owe the lawsmen our thanks.
Eat the bone?
Just a big puppy, aren't you? A very big puppy. You do know you can take that with you, Torgal. Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your appetite back. Come on, boy.
All right, let's go see if what's his name is still alive.
The thing Tomes helped to do.
Mid told me she was building a ship.
He's still alive for
Rose.
now.
Still alive, I see. So Lady Karen accepted the ruby.
Ah, about that. I tried my best, but she was just too stubborn to take it. She threw it right back in my face, in fact, and told me I could stick my stupid stone where the sun don't shine.
Karen refused payment.
I hope it wasn't something I said.
I'm sure you were as tactful as ever. Let me see what I can do.
Oh, wonderful. I hope you have better luck than I did.
Well, look at that. This feels like min-maxing. By doing that quest first, now all my quests are in the same location. Same person, as a matter of fact.
Lady Karen, Goad tells me you weren't happy with our offer. Would you prefer the debt was repaid in coin?
What debt? I don't recall lending any of you lot me hard-earned gil. I may have tossed a talent or two in the Hideaway's coffers, but those were donations, and you can hardly call it charity if you go asking for it back.
Of course not. But one good turn deserves another. And our circumstances have changed. Surely you wouldn't shun the gratitude of a pauper who happened to have become a prince.
Oh, so you're a prince now, are you?
Yeah.
Fine. But I'm selling it and taking what I'm owed, then you're getting the rest whether you like it or not.
Sounds like a deal to me.
Where'd you even get this? A decent trader might nab 1,000 talents for a star ruby. A canny one, meanwhile, might claim it were nicked from the belt of Sid the Outlaw himself and ask twice as much. Might be I already have a buyer in mind. Might be you even know her. A fine continental maid whose beauty's only eclipsed by a guile in commerce. You wouldn't mind, would you?
Not at all. Just be sure to tell her that it's always a pleasure doing business.
I hear you ended up delivering all 3 stones. Thanks to this lump. I sometimes wonder what I pay you for.
Speaking of which, I still haven't been paid last month's wages.
Oh, so you remember what's owed to you then? Get your ass behind that disc of yours and don't get up before those ledgers are square. Right away.
You gotta pay him, Otto. Come on now.
I've seen that before.
Yeah. Plenty of times. It was the only goblet Sid ever used. Either out of habit, or because the filthy sod couldn't be bothered to find a clean one.
I knew so little about him.
Like most people.
Martha and the Dame both seem to have fond memories of him.
I bet they do.
How long did you know Sid before he...
Before he died. 20 summers, give or take. Back in the day, I was a purser on a trade ship, which is where I met him. He bought passage to... oh, forget where. And having nothing better to do on the long nights, we set up drinking island rum till the morning bell dragged me back to my duties. Quit my post not long after that. On account of making a fine maiden's belly fat. But me and Sid stayed close, promising we'd one day sail the seas again. That was before fate stepped in and said she was having none of it. The magic woke inside my son soon after his first name day, and there was no hiding his knack.
Couldn't you and your family have...
My family were the ones who summoned the constable, wanted the monster taken away. I couldn't turn my back on him, forget what I felt, and I couldn't for the life of me understand how they could. Luckily, Sid was of the same mind as me. It was him who stood beside me when all I wanted was to tear the whole world down. Him who cried for me when I had no tears left of my own. Him who swore he'd do everything he could to stop it from happening again. And he was true to his word, too. Left the Royal Army once and for all. His ranks, his ribbons, gone. Just like that. Threw away everything he had. All to right a wrong that no one else had the courage to face. I knew then I'd follow that man to the ends of the earth.
We're getting more Sid.
He was always too clever for his own good, was Sid. Saw the world for what it really was, while the rest of us were content to go along with the lie we were shown. And it can't have been easy, bearing that burden alone. But he didn't let it stop him. He never lost faith in what he believed was right. And that gave us faith in him. Faith he'd steer us true. So I swore to myself that I'd always be right behind him, ready to catch the stubborn sod, if ever he should fall.
Yeah, Sid was great in this game.
But I couldn't.
Curious how many like best Sids in Final Fantasy lists are gonna be spawned by this video game existing.
Ignore me. Just the ramblings of a tired old man. Leave that lot. I'll tidy it up in a bit.
This is Sid's handwriting. Dear Otto.
I may be drunk, but I wanted you to know this place would be fucked without you. Love you, you grumpy old sod.
This note.
Hmm? What about it?
Sid was right. Without you, we'd all be lost.
He should have bloody well said so then. Just once. Before he went. But then, why would he? Him, or anyone? I'd only have told him to piss off. You're wrong, though. Both of you. It was never just me keeping the hideaway afloat. It was all of us. I just shoved people in the right direction. I barely seem to be able to do that anymore.
Oh, man.
Would you rather go where at the helm?
Well, maybe I've got a few more years left in me.
I'm going to hold you to that, Otto.
Before you go, Sid would have wanted you to have this.
But that's...
This'll do me just fine. Thanks for the ray of sunshine. I'll see if I can't pay you back.
Already have.
Yeah, that was a hell of a side quest. Absolutely. You know, there are not
They told me she was building a ship.
a lot of winners in the side quests of this game. But when they are winners, they're really, really good.
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off somewhere. Take him for a walk, did you?
You could say that.
So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right, no need to shout. Now we know what you're after, I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
That wasn't 1, that was 5. Clive.
You can, eh? I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me. The bloody know-it-all.
I was just on my way to see him.
Ah, Clive. Were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman. You pointed us in exactly the right direction. And Torgal's been a very happy hound ever since.
Very good, very good.
Lady Karen sends her thanks, by the way, for your part in solving the mystery.
Ah. But that reminds me. After your last visit, I found myself pondering Torgal's talents. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in Torgal's transformation?
About how she somehow woke the power within him.
Precisely that. A reasonable conclusion, I thought. But one which raised certain questions in my mind. You see, the Fenrir of legend served Shiva and Shiva alone. And while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive, the records imply they are somewhat different in nature to those you described Torgal as having used.
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty. And that number has only grown as the realm's dominance have fallen to your sword. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I am not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are fortunate indeed to be able to count him amongst our allies and not our adversaries.
Oh, he's more than an ally. He's a friend.
Quest complete. Caval's Fang. Slightly increases Torgal's attack potency. I mean, are there like actual Torgal builds in this game? Because like, I don't necessarily like using him. I have the auto ring
I
on.
might assist you with, Clive? I have compiled some new entries.
Throw knowledge at him.
If you would like to see them.
Throw knowledge. Hit him with the knowledge.
Quite the find for you today.
Good job, man.
You wish to study the tomes?
Alright, well, that's all done. I guess it's back to the main quest now. Yeah, no icon by the hideout. I think we've done it all. We've seen it all. We've got Excalibur, our forever sword. Yeah, I do think that it could be replaced. What do I want to replace it with, though? That's the thing. I get sick of hearing the lines is the biggest issue. Let's do that for right now. Get more out of our potions.
Out of my sight, wretch.
Oh. It's that kid. It's that kid what stole from everybody.
The caravan stops next to the check.
Hello, furniture maker.
Looking for something in particular? Ah, Eloise collared you too, eh? Then I expect you want to know more.
She told me you were leading the hunt for the pickpockets. What have you learned?
For one, that they're targeting the traders carrying the biggest packs. Harder to watch your back, see? And less chance of the mark giving chase if they're spotted. Not that they'd be likely to catch them. Those imps know every inch of this warren like the backs of their hands.
Their eyes must have lit up when they saw Goots.
The fishmonger round by the gate's been trying to track down the children involved. You should go and have a word with her.
Thank you. We will.
Hey Jill, what do you think of this sweet sword? I took a little detour and got it forged. It's pretty cool. I've used it to kill a couple bucks.
You should come with me to the Dominion. Life.
Fish for sale! Fresh sorted and smoked! Can I interest you? Ah, sorry. Message from Eloise, is it?
She's asked me to help her. To help you find the pickpockets.
Is that so? Suppose I better tell you what I know then. For one, this isn't a family operation. All the traders say the children who stole their passes were dirty, dressed in rags. Street urchins, by the sound of it. We get a lot around here.
Orphans from the wars.
A few, perhaps. You saw the refugees gathered by the entranceway? They're all looking for a new start in the Dominion and beyond. Some of them take it as an opportunity to rid themselves of unwanted baggage.
The shame of it.
Whoever's behind this would have to have made themselves known to the children at some point.
And so should we.
You should start with the children around here, then. I doubt they're the ones involved, but they might have heard something.
It's worth a try.
All right, then. Questioning children. How hard can that be?
Be super easy. Go question a child. We know where one is. I've accused them many times of being the one. Let's ask this child first, though.
Do you have a moment?
What do you want?
Oh my gosh.
What I want is to know who's asking children like you to pick pockets.
I don't know. Nobody's asked me. What's picking pockets? Do you get paid for it?
Sorta.
No, you get in trouble for it.
Way to go, Clive. You just turned a new kid to crime. Clive.
The caravan stops next to the checkpoint.
Jug of snake spit for the road?
Excuse me?
What do you want? I don't have any money.
It's all right. We're not going to hurt you. We just want to talk.
What about?
We've heard that some very bad people are making children like
I like
you
that
steal
Jill's
from
handling
travelers.
this one.
We need
She's
to know
like,
who's
Clive
behind
handled the
this
last
and
one
stop
so
them.
poorly. I got
I
it.
don't know much about it really, but my friend Honza, he said he got a job doing something dangerous.
Sounds promising.
We need to find him and ask.
Do you know where your friend might be?
He's usually by the tents outside town.
Thank you. You've been very helpful.
All right, Jill, let's go.
Come on!
you'll note that the kid I said it was is nowhere to be seen.
Porter for hire. Best service.
That's that then.
She must have been the refugee camp.
Let's hope he's still nearby.
There are no crystals here.
Look, it is that kid. I told you it would be that kid.
He was easy pickings. He wouldn't have noticed if we'd robbed his boots off him.
Yeah. Wish
See?
we hadn't handed over the pass, though.
See?
Could use
See?
one of those things to get out of this dump.
I told you.
Chance to be a
I'm like Batman, man. I knew
Remember
this
they
the
found
second
out
I got
those
into
two
town,
suck
and it's not just because he was the first
Would
kid
they
I
now?
saw.
Perhaps you'd like to introduce us to these charming characters.
Shit, we're in trouble now.
What do we do?
You two get caught if you want. I'm off.
Hunter, where are you going?
So that was Hunter, eh? Jill, you watch these two. I'm going after him.
All right.
He can't have gone far. I need to find him before his employers do.
Daddy, I'm hungry.
Did you see a boy run past? He stole something from a friend of mine.
There was a boy ran back there towards the Chocobo pen, but...
Thank you.
I don't know if a guy with a giant sword came up and asked where a kid went. I don't know if I would be the most forthcoming with just telling.
Oh, shit. Cornered.
It's all right, Hunter. I'm not going to hurt you. I just want to ask you some questions.
Fine. Not like I've got a choice.
I'm looking for the people who are making you steal for them. Who are they?
Called themselves the Carstones. They said they'd give me a good gill if I did what they told me. I knew they were bad, but bread doesn't come for free. Didn't come at all half the time, before I started buzzing for them. You know, if I didn't do it, they'd just pick on someone else. Someone they could push around easier.
Hunter.
You found him then?
Jill. Where are the other two?
Eloise is watching over them. She sent Goots and I to look for you.
You're... him!
Okay, it wasn't exactly the kid I said it was, but he was affiliated with the kid that I said it was. I would have gotten there eventually. A lot quicker than Clive. I stand by what I said.
Me and my mates would have starved.
Cowards. You will not force another child to do your bidding.
Wait, we're not...
Don't hurt him.
You're making a mistake. We're on the same side.
Like hell we are. That brooch. Where did you get it?
Master Theo.
Goots. What are you doing with these people? Unless you're the ones my sister was talking about.
Your sister?
Ah, nuts. I just realized we're on the same side. Ah, my bad. We're all gonna laugh about this later. It'll be funny.
Eloise didn't tell us she had a brother.
And why would she? I'm just her back and a blade. Theodore, at your service. Sorry about before.
Theodore, what do you know of the Cast Stones?
Vultures who have made Balklad their hunting ground. They prey on the desperate, stealing from those with Gil and bullying those without it into joining their flock. I'd been looking into their activities in hope of sparing the refugees any further hardship. But it seems they've already stooped even lower than I'd feared. Hans is a good lad. Don't blame him for what they've made him do. If he and his friends hadn't agreed to work for the stones, some other poor souls would have. On pain of death, most likely. Clive, was it? And my sisters asked you to help put an end to the pickpocketing. Then we all want the same thing.
Quest complete. Here, have a meteorite to show our new friendship.
Oh, where is it?
So, what's the plan?
What else? We find the cast stones and we crush them. You get your trader's pass back, and I make Boklad a safe place again.
All right then.
All right then. Honza, where are they camped? Don't worry. They'll never know you told us.
Couldn't if I wanted to. They always come to town to collect the passes. Meet us outside the gate. I tried following them once, but they spotted me halfway down the trail. Said they'd string me up.
We'll try it this time. Which way were they going?
Back down the road towards Leitney's Cleft.
To Leitney's Cleft, then.
Leitney's Cleft is to the south, past the camp.
Alright, it's not far. Let's go.
That's that then.
You got this, guys. Go get him. Oh, look, there's like a collection of thieves up there. Let's get our 50 gil and let's go get him. Alright, we got battle music. It's time. People!
That's the one who's been sticking his nose in our business.
You should have minded your own.
I doubt these are the ringleaders.
But at least we know we're on the right track.
Oh, now they got some magical people.
We got company! That's the lot.
Get out of here.
More foot soldiers.
Fewer now.
Thanks for hanging out, Smarvy. We're probably not gonna go much longer, so I doubt you'll miss much. I gotta go prep dinner. But I think dinner is gonna yield another cooking video potentially, so might be good.
Haul today, eh?
Aye. Some of our new recruits are natural-born ne'er-do-wells.
Especially the little ones. That Hans has got nimble fingers, all right.
It will be a shame when they chop them off. But till then, let's make the most of it.
I like it. I like talking about it.
The leaders of the cast stones, I take it.
Go get them.
They don't deserve any mercy,
Yeah,
Clive.
let's not talk about it. Let's just go get them.
wasn't
They
planning on
suck.
showing them any.
We're ready when you are, Theodore.
Oh, I'm ready.
Fuck. It's that guard from Boklad. Kill him. Kill them all.
I didn't quite nail the timing on that one. There we go. Oh, whoops, that was my window.
Farewell.
Yeah, once again, that's a
And
lot
they
of
say crime
lot of
doesn't
goods.
pay. Gold chains, rings, purses. And traders' passes. Dozens of them.
Have the names been changed?
Not yet. I recognize some of them. No doubt Goots's is somewhere among them. Now I just need to sort through it all and return everything to the people it was taken from.
We should go and give Eloise the good news. Can we leave things here in your hands, Theodore?
Of course. Oh, and be sure to tell her of the part I played, won't you?
We'll be glad to.
Yeah, no problem. Let's shortcut.
Ah, Clive. How goes the hunt? My brother isn't getting in your way, I trust?
Quite the opposite.
It's a funny story now that we can all laugh about it.
So it was the cast stones who were behind it all. Theo told me he'd been on their trail. And their demise solves 3 problems at a stroke. That of the pickpockets, the bandits pulling their strings, and the passes they were stealing. I only hope yours is among the items you recovered. Only time and Theo's return will tell. Speaking of whom, welcome home, dear brother.
You are too kind, Eloise. Here, Clive. Goots's pass. Ask him to keep a closer eye on it from now on, would you?
I will. Thank you.
El, I've asked our boys to carry the rest of the goods back. Can I count on your help in sorting through it all?
Of course. I'll make some space in the storeroom. I expect you'll soon be on your way then. But it wouldn't do to leave without introducing yourself properly. Would it now? Sid.
Alright. You figured out who I am.
Don't look so
Congratulations.
We're on the same side.
I don't understand.
As you now know all too well, we at the Crimson Caravans are always happy to help those in need. For a small fee, we will move anything that needs moving. Be that goods to market, or bearers away from it.
I was the first my sister helped escape. If it wasn't for her, I'd have been branded as a boy.
I had no idea.
It just so happens that we are seeking to expand our operation. And who better to join forces with than the leader in the field? Wouldn't you agree, Theo?
I would. It seems our purpose is the same in more ways than one. So what would you say to working together again?
It would be our pleasure.
And our honor. The honor is ours.
Here, Clive. This is for you.
What is it?
El has friends in high places, while I have associates in, lower ones. That
Yep.
mark is
I
proof
just
that you're
keep
a
collecting
friend
the
to us
gym
both.
badges. Now I can go back to leveling up my Mew.
I shall bear it with pride.
Well, all that
I still
remains
wish
is
they
to
were
wish you a
reflected
safe
on
onward
Clive.
journey.
That's maybe the
Boots'
one
path should
thing.
secure
It's a
your
little
place
bit of
on
a
the
goofy
caravan.
system,
But
but
if
I
you
would
encounter
100%
any
forgive
difficulties,
it
we would be delighted to
if he
provide
had
you
them
with a
all
coach
like
of our
pinned
own.
on him.
For a discounted price, of course. Say 9 million?
We'll try the caravan. Right then.
Yeah.
Let's get this back to
It'd be amazing.
On to the Dominion.
Out of my sight, wretch.
I have a weird feeling that that was something that was desired and either not executed on because they were worried that either it wouldn't have been thought as cool, or it was just too expensive and not practical
an
to
apprenticeship
do.
or something then.
But either way, I wish they had done it.
Try not to lose it again.
Me pass! You found it! Oh, thank you so much. Nan would have killed me if I'd come back without it. I'll have to say thanks to Elle and Theo too.
So should you, Hansa. You and your friends don't have to steal anymore. If anyone threatens you again, you know who to turn to.
We do. And we already have.
Doesn't
This
really.
giving us a job shifting the
Oh,
chocolate
okay.
straight out the
I was
sea.
gonna say it doesn't give them
It's
money
hard
though.
work, and the pay isn't half what we got from the stones. But if we stick at it, we'll keep ourselves fed.
You stick at it then.
And Goose, I'm sorry for stealing your pass.
That's all right. I've got it back now. And all's well that ends well. Eh?
You said you're trained to be a blacksmith, right? Well, I'm gonna be your first customer. I'm gonna save up all my gil and get you to make me a massive sword.
I'll do me best.
Till then, eh?
All right. We have a place on the wagon. Remember, Goots, we're mercenaries. You hired us to protect you.
Mercenaries.
And you remember the plan? You're to ride all the way to Twinside. Jill and I will go with you as far as the outskirts, then find our own way in.
I'll buy that stuff I need.
Right. And we'll scout out the Imperial's defenses.
There's a square with a big bell tower right in the middle of town. If you get lost, or out goes wrong, we can meet up there.
Right. Let's go.
We got this. Be fine. Meanwhile,
I see. And you're quite certain your father has no knowledge of Ultima?
I am. I have no difficulty believing a sinister force has come to exert an influence on Sanbreque. But be that as it may, it is yet to claim my father. For better or worse, his radiance speaks his own mind.
probably for worse, but that's fine.
The fiend works from the shadows.
I confess, when first you told me of this fiend, I had my doubts. And more than a few at that. A beast that labors to plunge Valisthea into turmoil, all in pursuit of your brother. But that wound is proof enough that evil is afoot.
Then I have your answer, Your Highness. You will join me in my fight.
I cannot. Not yet.
Your Highness, please.
As you are aware, the Dhalmekian army is at our gates. They have lost their mother crystal, and with it all hope of a negotiated withdrawal. It is but a matter of time before they invade. If Bahamut is not here to meet them, my people will be slaughtered.
Though not by Hugo Kupka, thanks to Ultima's machinations. I know the fate of your people weighs heavy on your conscience, but if we do not put an end to Ultima's plans, they shall face a far darker fate. The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valisthea into the abyss. The lives of every man, woman, and child in the Twins are at stake.
I believe what you say, Phoenix. But I have duties of my own, and I must discharge them. Come what may. What do you know of my blood?
Oh, we're back to this.
I know that it is wholly unworthy of the highest offices of state, which rightly belong to those of purer breeding. Alas. Your bloodline runs through the Oriflamme gutter, from a whore who weighed her child's worth in gill.
Have you threatened my father?
Of course not. I merely whispered in his ear that his mongrel son is plotting a rebellion.
What?
Sylvester listens to the words of his astrologers. And they have ears too.
You have been feeding them your lies!
Should you remain loyal to Emperor Olivier, his radiance may yet crown your head with laurel, and not with tar.
Fork-tongued witch!
In consideration of your long years of service to the Empire, I shall forgive this uncharacteristic rudeness. Now hurry and make ready, Your Imperial Highness. Emperor Olivier expects much of you, Dion. Or should I say, of Bahamut. May your fire reduce his enemies to ash, till all of Valisthea bows to its rightful ruler.
A little bright.
There is another darkness that has taken hold of Sanbreque. And until its grip is released, the flames of war shall spread ever wider, just as Ultima wishes.
Forgive me. My family has caused you much grief.
You are not her keeper, Phoenix. This is a matter for the Imperial household now, and as a member of that household, it falls to me to resolve it. At such time as that is done, what strength I have shall be yours.
Oh, I always find it funny when someone rings a little bell.
Thank you, Your Highness.
Let us take to the skies together, and bring a new dawn to Valisthea.
I should like nothing more.
Terence.
My prince,
Tell me true. Do you believe what I'm about to do is wrong?
We Dragoons have but one leader, Your Highness.
I mean,
And
it's
we
a
shall
tough
follow
spot,
him
right? You gotta
unto the
protect your
very end.
people. You can't just let them die. But you're also playing right into the hands of, you know, evil.
This is my decree.
Don't know exactly how you
Their
get out of that
crimes
situation.
Against the crown, the traitorous Annabella.
Oh, talking about this.
usurping son
Oh.
shall be put to death.
No, what you're doing is
and
great.
The empire restored.
Nope. Never mind, I take it back. It's good. It's good. I thought you were talking about the plan you were publicly saying, not this plan. This plan's even better. This is an awesome plan. I'm 100% on board with this plan. I love this plan. Alright, well, we've got one option, so I'm gonna have to move forward with this. We're gonna go a little longer than I expect. We might be locked in for a few.
Hey, what do you think you're playing at?
Trying to stop you getting eaten by a fucking wolf, that's what.
That voice line was really quiet, but it was really funny.
One would never guess that these people stood on the brink of war.
They're afraid. They turn to drink to forget their fears.
Anything you want to forget?
The harbor is empty, and half the market stalls too. The city may seem peaceful on the surface, but it's balanced on a knife edge. Were we to give it a nudge, it might be just the distraction we need to reach the Mother Crystal.
I thought you might say that. We should send for Gav. We'll need someone to keep the fires we start from going out.
And we can busy ourselves scheming until he gets here.
I'll send a Stolas then.
What is it, boy?
She looks so much like Garnet from Final Fantasy IX. Like, Garnet was a grown lady that was kind of like, you know, stylized, but
Torgal.
that's all I see. I do think that there's a hidden icon that's gonna pop up at some point here. Now we're going across the rooftops. Now we're Batman. How did Torgal get up here? He's awesome. I got opposable thumbs and I think roofs are tricky. Torgal's just like, I'm going. Fire in the sky.
The city's on fire.
I'm sure Gooch is fine. He'll be making for the square.
The one with the bell tower. In the middle of town, right?
This is quite a bit of intrigue we have found ourselves in. Unfortunately, that's all we have time for right now. Man, every now and then we end this at a real rough spot to end it on. But I do have to end it because I feel like otherwise I'm going to get locked in Might be playing a little more of this tonight. We're gonna see, but I'm getting phone calls. I gotta make food. The baby's gotta be awake soon. Lots to do. So I really appreciate you all being here with me. We're gonna play more of this as soon as I can because this is intriguing and popping off. So we'll stop there for right now, and we'll check in with Clive a little bit later. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the subs, the gifted subs, hanging out. We started with a lot, and that was great. That feels great. If you're watching the VOD on YouTube, like, subscribe, all that business. I'll catch you next time. Bye, everybody.